Yeah, I'm doing it. Somebody got to say something. All right, man. I'm just doing this for recorded purposes. All right, so this is for recorded purposes. So rewind back and hit the Cash App up. Hit the Cash App up at ALIBARNS. For your agreements on this very touchy subject that nobody ever spoke about. So first of all, this is allegedly, hypothetically, my opinion on what I see with these rappers in the music industry. Is so dirty and so criminal and so mafia style. It's not mafia, it's mafia style. You know what I mean? So most rappers, most record labels these days, they only want to sign young men. And young men like 19 and 21 because they can be molded and 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 manipulated. So nowadays, it's a trend going around where things are multi-connected and the artist is blindly knowing that he is an asset that someone else owns after you sign the contract. Never sign the contract. Never. I'm about to edit this too. Hold on. No. What the hell? Not yet. Hold on. Edit. I'm pushing the wrong thing. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Don't sign the contract. Damn. I had to do a quick edit on the title before I forget. Now, it's a trend going on to where record labels only sign young rappers who are gang related because it's an easy thing of masking and a situation. It'd be easy to mask a situation that's a gang related when an artist gets shot and dies because the record label hypothetically didn't recoup off of their investment. So you have to question a lot of these murders because This the reason why they sign street rappers and most and some street rappers recoup their earnings for their record label, so then everything is okay. Well, as long as you sign, and it's always going to be lingering over your head. So let's say a rapper signs a deal and the rapper doesn't know. There's a clause in there saying some things, but we're going to focus on the insurance part of it. A rapper never knows that the company takes an insurance policy out on them right after you sign. You sign, think they gotta wait a week or something like that until it soaks in to where you are a part of their establishment and an asset, and then another week or less to take an insurance policy out on you because you are an extension to his business. So they don't insurance that be placed on rappers is for the well-being of getting their money back on any type of surprises of death. But if you put out an album and it don't sell any copies, you can't get insurance money back on that, only if the rapper dies or the singer dies. So therefore, when you go in there and you might think these people love you and they have $1 million on the table and they have this blood pricking contract you have to sign, and you walk off with your $1 million and you go to the lot, you go buy you a Lamborghini, you put down on a Lamborghini or something. The next week they're going to pull out a insurance policy out on you to cover the asset because they gave you that $1 million up front. You is hot. They think they're gonna get it back, but they're gonna always cover their asses. Because back in the days, people used to just take losses. Not these days. They doing insurance policy these days. So you might think it's a street gang related crime, and it don't be nothing but the record label sending hits on their own goddamn fucking artists just to recoup on their own insurance because their album fell short. This is hypothetically, but the reason why, and people might be like, some idiot might be like, so what? You know, that's why. And I'm tired of the fake ass stories of some gang related shit. And it don't be ain't no gang related shit. It be some inside job shit. We getting sick of it. Using our kids, manipulating our kids, and they have that comes from broken homes, so you can manipulate them into what you want them to be, which is nothing, a soulless being. Then if they don't recoup the money, you sacrifice their life, and the news and everybody else be in on it because the person you got the record label the contract from is connected, and it's connected in a process into, yeah, you can recoup on your artist. You can sacrifice your own artist and he will go to the next level, the record label, even though he didn't sell anything off of you. His next artist he get is going to be banging, banging, banging. So this is what I see when I be like looking at these outrageous stories of rappers just so like dying, dropping like flies. It don't be nothing but sacrifices and rappers getting taken out because they have an insurance job. And then you be seeing shows where you see the a spouse take insurance job money out on their spouse or whatever. Then you will look at that and be like, oh, that's fucked up. But these inside record label mafia style people um get away with it every day because it's a part of a ritual sacrificial system. So it's all connected. Once you do your rituals and you selling your copies, they'll make a phone call to the higher ups and say he's doing his job. Plain and simple, man. This place is rigged, and that's my channel. Life is rigged. If you don't like it, oh well, man. I know what to do to things I don't like. I just change the station. That's all. But I don't be going to their station stalking somebody I don't like. I don't do that shit. But it's sad that our kids are being taken for adrenochrome, being sacrificed for insurance jobs, body parts. It's just no limit. And we have our own people doing this to our own self. Just like the crack gang, it's just like if the crack gang happened, shit, it's anything can happen after that. That was the worst of the worst. So not really, but I think body snatching for organ harvesting would be the worst hustle over selling crack. But recouping your money from your artist using the insurance claim is the new hustle. So if I was you, I wouldn't sign a contract if I was you these days because that's why these kids is just selling, smoking, doing drugs and trying to escape from the pressure of selling because you know before they sacrifice you, they gonna be giving you some cold energy, and you ain't gonna like it. You gonna probably feel what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because they look at you like you're worthless. We gave you $1 million, and and we got $1 million policy on your ass, probably a $2 million policy on your ass. We gave you 1 million. You only sold 200,000. You only sold 100,000 copies. It was expected to sell on 500. You only made them 400,000. They 600,000 short. They're gonna wait to see for all the sales to come in. Um, they're after the first week, the shit tapers off like dramatically. So it's like to project this sales after a week, it's like it's slow money. So whacking. It's just one side hypothetical thing. I don't have no proof of this. I'm just telling you what I see. I already know that the system is rigged and and all that shit is fake. The Truman Show, the Lord, and what do you expect in the lower hell around? So it's a lot of selling souls here, but never sign a contract. If you do something musically, just do it yourself. Because when you go to people and you don't have nothing and you need them solely 100% to put you on, they're gonna look at you like you a bitch, and they're gonna look at you and have you go through hazing type of things to get it because they figure like, how do you come to another man to put you on? So therefore, you put yourself in a submissive situation like a bitch, and they telling you to do anything they telling you to do, and you got to do it. So it's not worth it, man. You know, all these depressed kids that's going past the going past um, um, intolerable levels of stress because they graduated to levels doing the rituals, and every ritual get harder and harder and more nastier and more nastier, more crazier and more crazier, more spookier and more spookier. And at one point, you're gonna get to a level to where you're gonna be like, you're gonna stop in your tracks, and you're not gonna go no further, and that's when your career gonna collapse, and they're gonna recoup on the goddamn motherfucking money they front you. And it's like the dope game. You front somebody some money and you can't pay it, they're gonna shoot up your house, they're gonna take you, they're gonna just take you out. So same thing. So good luck with that. I don't know what's wrong with y'all peoples. You can clearly, I don't even know if there's a way for you. I know there's a way to do it, but you ain't gonna want to do all that. But um let's say you went independent and you know all this, and you say you going independent, and you're that one that can write his raps. Every rap he rap, it sounds good. He can sing. He can record himself. He can come up with the whole product. His performance is A1. Those type of artists are the ones they fear because they don't need the record label to produce a product. So I don't need you to hold my hand, you know what I'm saying, for nothing, because I know how to produce this. I produce this better than your writers and your producers. So in this particular situation, a person like that, like a Kanye, he can go to any record label, and there ain't no be no it is there's going to be no producers that can touch him. Probably rap better than him, and he a producer type of rapper, so he probably, you know what I'm saying. So if you that one and you can write all your raps and sing and make the product and all that, and you decide to go independent, at first they're gonna try to fuck up your algorithms, shadow ban you. If the streets really love you and the people take control and pick up your video and start sharing it, then they're gonna back up. They're gonna be watching. They're gonna be like, all right, let them through right quick. Just let them through. So they're gonna let you get the hit on your own label, independent. So you make your money. Let's say you make $1 million. You getting cocky, you getting big, and you just feeling like you the king of the world. You don't need record labels. In your mind, you're saying that I'm never going to a record label. Or I might go to a record label if they are. You say, I'm not ever signing to a record label. All right, cool. So you banging, you banging, you banging. You independent. You doing your own thing. They love you. Record labels gonna start calling you like, yo, what's up, man? We looking at you, bro. You doing great. And they're gonna try to give you a big bag. They're gonna be coming with 5 million, or 5 million, or 10 million for 2 year contract. They might come up with some shit like that. Let's say it's a $10 million contract, but he's making 1 or 2 million on his own. But they come and be like, "Yo, I'll offer you 10 million if you come sign with us." And the reason why they want you to sign with them is more reasons than you think. Yeah, they want to get your money, but mainly they want to have control over you. So when you was independent and they let you go through, and you got all that power, you make all the decisions, and you don't got to answer to no one. Then all of a sudden, he gonna call you back. He gonna call you and he gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, bro? You gonna take this 10 million? And you gonna be like, nah, man, I'm a damn, bro, that's not a bad price, but I don't really want to sign to nobody because I like the control I have. I like the and he'll make it sweet for you. Like, it ain't gonna be no control. You're gonna have some control over your project. They're gonna try to sway you to sign the deal. And the reason for that is because they got to be over you. It's all about control. They got to control everything that goes across the airways. So you can't be no loose person over here that grew up independent on the sideline and you're not saying anything yet, but it's a possibility you could say some shit against them. You can bring them down, so they got to be over you like a bitch and a pimp. You know what I'm saying? So you can. And I don't want that independent $1 million money maker black man around. You know what I mean? That's power. Too much power. They want you to be. They expect you, a millionaire, that a self-made millionaire who stay independent, they expect you to sign a deal with them, give you more money, send you to their secret parties that you ain't never had to go to when you was independent, stick fingers up your booty hole, and tell you, shut the fuck up. What you gonna do? That's the alternative if you sign with somebody. So when you sign with somebody, 10 million, they 10 million, how you gonna make then? I mean, just overnight, you sign the contract. They can just say that to you, and you be like, what? And overnight you'll realize that you are a slave now. You was a king and you turned into a slave because you signed a contract and they have an obligation to get 10 million out of you. So now you own 10 million. And they showed their face just for shits and giggles because they're trying to break you mentally anyway because they think you're too cocky and you wanted to do it the independent way, which is the smart way. They want to break that shit out of you too and make you a slave. So you fighting with your own record label right after you sign your fucking deal, possibly. So you trying to hurry up and give them this $10 million and shit. It can either go two ways. If they know you full of shit and you ain't gonna bow down and kiss their ass and you signed a $10 million deal, they might they might alter, they might if, if they know they're not gonna be fucking with you in the future and y'all ain't gonna be rocking, they don't want you, they're gonna derail your career to where you can't pay the $10 million back. You better hold on. They gave me 10 million, but they don't want me to pay it back. Yeah, because they don't like you and you're too strong. So they're gonna shelf your ass. The alternative is push you and put money on behind you and push you so they can get the 10 million back. That's when they like you and you bending over and you getting dick up your ass and and you doing everything right. So they promote you and push you and try to get the 10 million back and plus more. But they don't like you and shit. They assign you just they don't always sign you. That man, I'm trying to tell you, man, they don't always sign people they like. They assign people that they don't like just to get them under the umbrella, just so they can take them out. You know what I'm saying? It'll always be like when you get signed to somebody, like it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Um, so they assign you, derail your career, and you don't know what's going on. And you thinking like, yo, I gotta pay this 10 million back. And they their own record label stopping you from getting the 10 million back. Why would they do something like that? Because they have insurance policy on you. They can get the 10 million back off of that. And because it's gonna be like 20 million. So they're gonna make 10 million. They gave you 10, they gave you 10 million. They're gonna make 20 or 30 million off their insurance policy because they don't like you. Because when you was independent, that was the whole goal, the whole vision before they walked up to you and say, yo, come sign with us. We give you $10 million. Their whole vision was just to take you out and to get you signed and to take you out and get money off the insurance because they had to get you out the way. So a year ago, you was on top. You ain't need nobody. You was on your own. After then the next year, you signed. And now you got to follow orders or you had a beef at a war with your record label right after you signed and seeing yourself get shelved and no promotion and no type of help to sell to get the money back because they already planning on smoking your ass and collecting insurance policy on your ass. That's why. And these rappers ain't gonna see this video because they head in their own asses. And they're gonna find out in a no get out situation and just floating with no paddle, I don't know, riding with no brakes. You know what I mean? So they can sign you, shelf you. You probably die off stress because you be like, how I'm gonna pay this 10 million back? They ain't letting me perform, do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you probably die before stress before they before you will die before they put that hit on you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I know. See, I talks about this shit because I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers fucking with the kids, man. You know what I mean? They need to be alerted or warned that, bro, stay independent. You might have to go to war to stay independent because you not going to stay independent. You got to sign to a deal at one point or retire. You're not going to stay independent. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to stay independent. Look at Nipsey Hussle. That's the main thing right there. They caught him. I think the only way he died is because he signed the contract at the end. When you sign a contract, that's an obligation, and it's depending on what's in that paperwork. You can be signing off and giving consent to take your ass out. You be like, y'all don't even read it. You know what I mean? So they don't want you to stay independent because of the control. You know what I mean? It is the rise of the woke. They don't want you turning into some woke hypnosis. You get to a point to where you sleep and you build up to $10 million independent, just going hard, sticking your head down, working hard. You look up, you got $10 million, right? You independent. You're not signed to nobody. Nobody can tell you to go here to this gay freak booty hole party and shit. Nothing. You your own boss. You know what I'm saying? You your own boss. And you worked yourself up to $10 million. Something can happen where you can just snap out of a fucking hypnosis and be like, I'm about to help my people. I don't care what nobody say. So they get you out the game and get you out the way for people who on the lane and sleep and don't know how dangerous they can be when you that's why they don't want woke black men with money because they know what you can do with it. So they stop it. See, these are masterminds because they play chess because they all about prevention. It's going to make moves before they prevent you from doing something because they know already. You know what I mean? That's why infiltrators or whistleblowers are very fucking dangerous. Don't you know a whistleblower is nothing more than a person who just snapped out of that hypnosis? Yeah, they might be knowing that they're doing wrong. I'm talking about the hypnosis of completely changing course and going against course and going against the grain of your establishment. That's the hypnosis I'm talking about. Yeah, you can know you're doing wrong and shit and be like, shit. But to do it and just to turn around and expose to people, that's the hypnosis wake up right there. That's a soul um hypnosis wake up. Your soul is waking up, like coming through, emulating through your physical realm body. You know what I mean? Your soul is somewhere awoke somewhere, but I'm talking about like, you know, you walking around like a soulless being, you know what I mean? Because you worship money and things in the physical hell realm. You are a body, you are a spirit trapped in a meat suit being affected by meat suit physical things. If you was in the spirit, you would be above that. You'll be all that. You'll be above that. This is beneath. This is the, you know what I mean? The spirits out there creating worlds and situations. We bound here and stuck into a bodysuit and have to deal with this physical bullshit. Like all the stress that we go through is physical, worldly, matrixized. So it's unneeded. So therefore, that's why my channel is Life is Rigged. And I say life is rigged because it's an energy grab. But it's a soul energy grab. So this is for the kids and people and whoever who thinking about signing a contract. You better be ready to give your soul up. And when I say give your soul up, I'm talking about completely. You might get one good weekend after you sign that contract, and then you're gonna be start hearing orders. Be here, be there, be here. They're gonna be pushing you till y'all get that first argument out the way to where he gonna lay everything down and you gonna have to roll with that shit. Just last week you was independent, running your whole fucking shit. Come on, man. It's not worth it. You gotta go to war if you want to stay independent. When you come up on some money on your own, Nipsey Hussle was supposed to have people all around there with guns around. And he should have known that somebody was coming for him because he's staying independent. Nobody don't know. You can't stay independent. Nobody don't know this. I'm the only one saying this shit. You cannot stay independent. If rappers really know this and know the severity of that, they'd be ready. So when they send their killers come, when they send their killers, they ready. Bye 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 bye. They get the point. They get the point. Like, all right, fuck, you still independent. You bought you some more time. But you getting whacked out because you don't even see it coming. You gone. You out of there because you ain't never knew that it's very drastic when you told the record labels, like, I ain't fucking signing with you, man. I'm independent. I make my own motherfucking money, bitch. I'm like, oh, really? Send the goons down there. Let's get him out of here. He's gonna be a fucking problem. You're gonna get your paper from the curbside and shit. Pop, 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 pop. Now you taking your garbage out to the front side. Pop, 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 pop. It's ridiculous. This don't happen to no other gentry than rap. Rap is the only one. R&B happen a little here and there. Not even that. No country, no rock, none of that. It's just a rap. This is how they do the black natives, man. The black natives cannot rise because we will take our land back. We're not getting reparations. We're not going to ever get reparations. It's got to be called. We ain't getting no reparations because we're not labeled as a nation. The Indians is labeled as a nation. that got a nation that has been um, conquered, calling itself African America. They outsourced you on the land you're supposed to be insourced. You they outsourced you to where they don't got to pay you reparations. No, the people that's here, Black Americans, is the Black Indians, the Aboriginals. I'm 40% Cherokee. If you can't tell that I'm Cherokee, you must be something smoking, doing something. Where's my money at? Where you on my land, putting me on slavery on my own land? Where's my money at? I'm suing somebody. I'm getting my bag. I'm getting my bag. And I'm you know what I'm saying? For real. But so they don't want us to rise. They don't want independent black men to rise. Rap used to be the black man sport to where it was the first uh it was the first job that we created for ourselves to where we can make a living and be living like the rich folks if you can do good in it. So, and that's a threat. Out of nowhere, we create rap music in the Bronx. I think it was the Bronx during a blackout. Hip hop got started during a blackout. I think it was Bronx. Please don't, I don't know the location exactly. I think it was the Bronx. They had a blackout, and the guys in that area stole all the high priced music equipment. I'm talking about the whole thing. I'm talking about the whole thing. Big ass speakers. And the next couple of days, it was block parties like crazy, right? With having contests with microphones, singing, doing because they stole all the equipment, right? Well, that's how rap got started. They were so poor, they didn't have no equipment to do nothing. But like once they got that equipment, they was like it forced them to do something with it, and it was going to be music, but they didn't know how. And they was just doing open speeches and talking and stuff, and talking over the beat, and it just started growing from there. And then they just started trying to see if they can rap. Then it just clicked like bam. Now they looking at the rap and say we got to take control over that because they can make wealth out of that. So during the years they've been fighting to take over rap, and they finally did it when the mumble rap first. When you first start hearing the words of mumble rap, is when they completely took over hip hop. I'm talking about doing insurance jobs on their own artists to recoup on sales that they can't make the label back. I'm talking about cloning the artists, replacing them with people who wear masks, the whole nine. That's how they can do all that shit is because they got total control over hip hop. The corporate got it. Okay? It'd be a dog fight if an artist stay independent and they trying to blackball them, but they can't because the people is pushing them up. You might be the one that wakes everybody up and put them on game about them. They scared of you. They don't even have power. They don't have power. We give them power. They don't have power. If somebody trying to stop you and they cheating to stop you, that means they fear you. That's all you have to do is figure it out. Somebody is trying to come at you, and who and what you gonna do to shut them down. Okay, so if three people come to beat up one person, what that says? That's all I have to do is catch you when you by yourself. And you're running. I know I beat you. What you think? If you come, you bring three people to me and you want to check me, well, you got three people inside. I mean, three people with you. I'm gonna be like, I'm for sure gonna catch you by yourself and see that you got the same energy, and they never do. So if somebody cheats you and try to cheat you, you already know you can beat them. That's all you have to do is figure out what it is. What is it? Does it take to beat them? If you're aware enough, it'll come to you real quick. You got to be thinking about it too long. You might miss out on the opportunity, and it might still get you. It's real. It's all about timing. Um, a young man can clearly, so a young man in this rap game can come up so easy, independent, but he have to have a team, and you got to have people like me, OGs around him that's telling them and helping them keep the energy to stay independent. But that's where I sway you, man. They send agents your way, women that you might marry, and come to find out she's trying to sway you to go sign to a label. They use anybody, man. When they know they can't sway you themselves, if they have an inside agent, they spend a little bit more time and have them to try to sway you. Other than that, they're gonna send some people to come up in your house and try to take you out because they already passed the point of, all right, well, he got to be removed because we got to have control over him, and he's growing and he's becoming a problem. Well, you have to be ready for shit like that. You have to know that somebody's coming after you, dude. You have to know this. If you see these kids around OGs like me, I let them know. They be prepared. Like watch your back. You know that these motherfucking like don't watch the street. Yeah, watch the streets, but you know that these labels gonna have some, gonna put some tails on you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch yourself because um they don't like you. Whoever gonna try to come hurt you is somebody who don't like you. You don't have no enemies. Somebody shooting at you who you think don't like you. Some record label, okay? Because you taking up the money. His artist is out here. He taking money from him, and they jealous and they mad and they angry and they angry at the pureness that you are. You smart and that you shit. And you be saying, "Oh, such and such got a shootout on the boulevard." It might be some record label sending some goons at him to do the insurance job or to um, pressure him to get to sign. That before it get to that point, man, it's either if you're a real street guy and you ain't really like pressed about no you 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 bodying everybody that comes they sent to you. They sending goons your way, some real killers, and you bodying them motherfucker. They ain't know they can't get you that way. They go to a family member, hurt your family member in some type of way. See, this is the hell round. This is a psychological hell. So they attach emotions to shit and get you to get emotional about shit. uh, having emotions in a hell realm is a setup because everything is all fucked up. You know what I mean? And it causes you to have that emotion that can, and that's not good for you. You know, but that's basically it. And you can still do it. But you gotta have a real solid game plan because they coming for your soul and your booty hole and everything else, man. It's a sad day, man, for entertainers and all that shit. But basically, you're gonna be a puppet for them. They're gonna use your followers for their agenda. If you have followers and you're not with their agenda, and you got 100,000 or 200,000 followers, well, they must have to assume that you and your 200 subscribers is against them, and that's a no-no. They are very case sensitive about and scared. They frightened, like a losing grip of this shit, of the information war. The information war is the war you should be focusing on. If you can beat the information war, you might can beat the war. Because if you can just, let's say if your information just people just starting to just pick up on your information and believe in your information, and your information is against these people with their information, they're gonna get pushed out the way. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A slave master needs slaves. When the slaves wake up and come chasing after the slave master, it's over with. It's over with. But they relax, sitting back, ain't no with no pressure, ain't nobody pressuring them because the zombies are calm. It's too calm. It's too calm. It's too calm. But anyway, man, hit the Cash App up at Ali Barnes. Y'all have to start supporting the woke because it's not gonna be always around. The feds just bought the internet, so who gonna be you? How you gonna sue them if it's discrimination or anything? You know what I mean? Or falsely accused of some shit because some shit you said or whatever. It's sick. So you gotta support the woke. Cash App Ali Barnes. My next video is gonna be fire. So check me out. Peace, man.